What's up, everyone? We're back with another one of our game recaps. Today, we're going to be looking over the Monday Night Football game. The Broncos beat the Bills 24-22. Russell Wilson was 24-29, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also had 9 carries for 30 yards. The yards weren't there, but he didn't make any mistakes really at all. 24-29 is ridiculous efficiency. No touchdowns. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. It gets you just enough. Like, he's that Baker Mayfield level of streamer quarterback, not necessarily somebody you want starting for your team every single week, but when he faces a good matchup, like the Bills have been recently, he can get you some really solid points. He gets you a really high floor. So Russell Wilson, absolutely in the streaming conversation. I would just hold off on making him your one and only quarterback. Javonte Williams is the clear RB1 here, 21 carries, 79 yards. He also had 4 catches for 31 yards and a receiving touchdown. Just a monster day from him. Hold him. I don't think he's a sell high. I think he is the number 1 running back on this team for the foreseeable future. Samaje Perine had a carry for 8. Jaleel McLaughlin, I think he's a safe drop now. Disappointing because he really looked like he was going to explode there for a second. 6 carries for 8 yards. He'll have a lot of value if Javonte Williams goes down. And Marvin Mims just had the 1 carry for -3 yards. Courtland Sutton, 8 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown. 11 targets is by far the most, almost 3 times as many targets as anybody else here. If Courtland Sutton is on your wire for whatever reason, I heard somebody ask me that the other day if they should add Courtland Sutton. Absolutely, he is the clear wide receiver 1 here because Jeudy, 3 catches, 35 yards on 3 targets is not going to get it done. I think you can drop Jeudy now and just feel totally safe about it because it just has not happened this year. Samaje Perine had 3 catches for 35 yards. Interesting that he's getting so involved in the passing game. Javonte Williams, like we said earlier, 4 catches, 31 yards and a touchdown. Awesome stuff there. Adam Trautman, just 2 catches for 15 yards. Interesting that they're not using Greg Dulcich yet. Adam Trautman still isn't getting very many looks whatsoever. Lil Jordan Humphrey had a catch for 14 yards. Chris Manhertz had a catch for 6. Jaleel McLaughlin, interesting that he isn't getting more receiving work than Samaje Perine because he is the more explosive back, but only 2 catches for 4 yards on 2 targets for him. Lucas Cruel did not haul in his only target, and Marvin Mims. Really disappointing stuff here. He really exploded at the beginning of the season, but he's going to be crazy up and down, and I don't think you can ever take a 0 from your receiver spot. So Marvin Mims, a very safe drop at this point. For the Bills, Josh Allen was 15-26, 177 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. He also had 4 carries for 13 yards and a rushing touchdown. This is an okay fantasy day, a miserable real-life day because of all the turnovers, but and the team played terribly. Losing to the Broncos is completely inexcusable when you're supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. But you got to just keep playing Josh Allen every single week. They just fired Ken Dorsey, so maybe that lights a fire under him. We'll have to see there, but this is not good if you're losing to the Broncos, clearly. And we're expecting QB1 stuff from Josh Allen. He still has an extremely high floor because of all the rushing stats, but still, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 177 yards passing is not good whatsoever. Latavius Murray, 9 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. He's Latavius Murraying his way to getting a lot of carries here because James Cook had 12 carries, 109 yards. Really solid stuff here, but it stinks that Latavius Murray is still getting almost as many carries as him, and he vultured the touchdown. So look out for that. Maybe Leonard Fournette starts to take some of these Latavius Murray carries, but if Latavius is producing like this, then he's pretty much solidifying a job at this point. And Ty Johnson just had the 1 carry for 2. Interesting that Ty Johnson got the carry and not Leonard Fournette. Gabe Davis was the leading receiver, 2 catches for 56 yards on 6 targets. Since he's so up and down, I understand if you have to drop him, but he's been okay. Like, he's been more consistent than he has in recent years, so I understand holding him too. He's like right on that border between droppable and stashable. Because like there are situations you're going to find yourself into with receivers where you could benefit from having Gabe Davis, just throwing out someone who could get you a bunch of points. Might get you 0, but he could get you a bunch of points. That upside is something that a lot of receivers don't have. So hang on to Gabe Davis, drop him, either one. I totally understand. Dalton Kincaid, though, he is a must play as long as Dawson Knox is out. 5 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Tied for the lead in targets. Just amazing stuff. It'll be interesting to see what happens when Dawson Knox comes back, but as long as he's out, you got to start him every single week. He is absolute money in the bank. Stefon Diggs, super disappointing stuff here. 3 catches, 34 yards, 5 targets. Letting go of Ken Dorsey could help out Stefon Diggs too. We'll see if his firing had anything to do with that, with Stefon Diggs being mad at him. Because we saw his brother, Trayvon Diggs, go on Twitter and say that Stefon needs to get out of Buffalo, so that probably means that Stefon wants to get out of Buffalo. We'll just have to keep watching that. I wouldn't panic about Stefon Diggs because he's still the clear best wide receiver in this offense. He's going to have better days than this, absolutely. So if the Stefon Diggs manager in your league is freaking out, go buy low on him because there are going to be much better days ahead. Khalil Shakir, I think he's a safe drop after a couple of weeks where he had some pretty solid production. Just 1 catch for 24 yards on 2 targets for him. James Cook, 2 catches for 11 yards, adding to his day on the ground. Latavius Murray also had 2 catches for 1 yard, had 3 targets though. And Deontay Hardy did not haul in his only target. That'll do it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow at We Are Drafting on Instagram. We got the Week 11 ads up, Week 11 drops up. We'll have all the position rankings up shortly. Buy lows, sell highs are going to be out here any minute now, so look out for that. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later.